So it's the 21st of August and it's 8:31 a.m. in hospital. We're now on day 4. This is the first recording I've managed to make that I'm awake because I've been sedated for the last 4 days. This has been caused by sedation because I've had a tube down my throat in my mouth that's had me under pretty much the whole time, and it's been a bit of a rocky road, unfortunately. It's not been what I've planned at all. And start. I've had the double mastectomy. I'm not going to show you because that's personal. It wasn't successful, unfortunately. The right breast was successful and took amazingly and looks beautiful, and has turned out really well. The left breast didn't work, and so because it didn't work, he's made an incision under. So basically what happened was he'd finished everything Tuesday night. So yeah, we went down for surgery. As I said, I was going to document it as it happens. That didn't happen, unfortunately, because I had to go back to theatre when I was in recovery because the left breast didn't work. It stopped working. So it became my dead tissue. So obviously in that situation, they've got to act quickly. But that caused organ failure. It's never a dull moment in my life, is there? Never a dull moment. So what happened was they managed to take the stomach. I have a flat stomach. So yeah, they managed to take, we'll just catch up, shall we? It's like 10 o'clock. I was talking to you this morning. I'm so sorry I didn't get back to you, but the nurses, the healthcare assistants started coming with breakfast, then it's washes, then the physios were in to get me up for a bit, so I've been up, which is good, and had a walk to the commode, had a wee, then had a walk to the chair, and then stayed up for a bit, then got a bit panicky with my breathing, so went back to bed. Then I had the doctors here this afternoon. I've had the blood surgeons here, and they needed to see it because they've been trying to get my pain under control. They've finally got it under control, so I'm not in any pain now, but I've been in pain most of the day. Mum came to visit me this afternoon, which was really nice, as she was here for a couple of hours. And I know they only said you could have an hour visit, but they let her stay for longer because I was in so much pain. It has literally been agony. It's a bit like if you've ever had a tattoo, and when you get the shading side of it done, it burns, and that feeling of that burning sensation stays with you, and then after a bit, I get an itchy head. After a bit it stays with you, but then after a bit it stops and it kind of eases off. But with this procedure, it doesn't stop. The burning, excuse that mess, the burning continues, and it just continues and continues and continues. So that's what I've been having today, but it's taken them most of the day, but they've finally got my pain under control, and at the moment, fingers crossed, I don't have any pain, so that's good. So yeah, so we'll go back to what happened. So I went into theatre at I went into theatre at about 9 o'clock-ish. I was put to sleep, and I remember chatting to the anaesthetist team, as you do when you're in theatre, and that was it. Pam, I'm gone, I'm out, I'm asleep. And then they got on and did whatever they needed to do. I woke up in recovery at 3 o'clock that afternoon. So he was in theatre from 8 till 3, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 3. So that's 7 hours roughly. And I remember coming around in recovery and them saying, Julianne, it's all over. You're okay, how you doing? How do I go? You know, like they do. And offering me a drink. And I remember asking them the time and they said it was 3 o'clock. So I knew it was 3 o'clock. And then the next minute I was drinking this drink. You're gonna laugh at this. And then I don't remember anything after that. And I remember waking up Friday morning in recovery again, thinking, what the hell just happened? Where did 4 days of my life go? What? Because they're telling me it's Friday and all I remember is Tuesday. Bizarre. But anyway, to cut a long story short, what happened was I went back into theatre because it failed on the left side. So the right side worked beautifully, had a beautiful breast, was working perfectly. I'm not going to show anything at this stage. I'll give you a sneaky peek at what's going on, but I won't show you much because it's personal at this stage and it's not something I want to share. So yeah, I woke up and it was all done, and then yeah, I was rushed straight down to theatre because the left breast ventricle failed. So from what I can gather, the vein that he took from the stomach and attached to the left breast vein failed. It didn't work. And so I can only assume that means that the skin in the stomach was dying, or was, slowly stopped working. It's dead tissue, isn't it? And you can't use dead tissue. So he had to get me theatre very quickly. So I went back to theatre. He was in theatre from 3ish till 7 o'clock that evening. So in further 4 hours, he was working on me. He took a skin graft from my arm, which is here. So I have a top on, as you can see. It's not the bra I chose for after mastectomy. The breast team have given me another bra because the one that I chose is too big. So this side is a breast, this side isn't a breast. So he basically cut my arm from there all the way up, all the way under. I don't know if you can see because it's all quite sore at the moment. It all goes under there, it's all right under, and it's pretty disgusting. You don't want to see that. And took a skin graft from my arm and put the skin tissue from my arm and my vein into my left breast to get it working because the stomach didn't work. So he used my arm to do it. So it's resulted in a very small boob, which I'm not worried about because cosmetically he said that he can, there's lots of things that we can look at doing later down the line with that. And the right breast I've had done as well, but obviously he hasn't, as you can see, done any incisions there. I'm bruised and battered, bruises everywhere, but he's not had to do any incisions there because I didn't need an incision in that breast. So yeah, and then the tummy's been done because obviously that was the original plan, was to take the tummy fat away. So I'm not going to show you that because that is quite graphical, but I don't have a waist anymore. I don't have hips. And I'm very, very small. So yeah, I am very small. and I would go so far as to say that I could see my undergarment, whatever you call it, garden, I don't know. So I've been making people laugh today because they've been looking at my boobs and they've been going, oh my god, and getting upset. Like, when I say people, I mean like my sister and my mum I've shown, but that's it, I haven't shown anybody else. And then I've gone, yeah, but look at my stomach, it's flat and I can see my nunny. And that's just me. It's been a shock, massive shock. Do I regret my decision? No, because if I developed breast cancer and I'd have had to have this done, this would have happened anyway. Here's what it is. So after all the miracle work was done by these amazing surgeons, my body couldn't cope. It had had enough. Your body can only take so much, can't it? So that was it. I stopped breathing. My lungs collapsed. My heart just didn't want to know anymore. I was told today, which was a shock, that I was resuscitated. And that once they got me back, they put me to sleep and they sedated me for 3 days. That's why I don't remember anything. I nearly lost my life, and I'm lucky to be alive. Sorry, that's a dementia patient next door, bless his heart. He's very demanding and noisy. It was a massive shock. Yeah, massive shock. But I'm over the worst. I'm out of critical care, because that's where I was. I was in critical care for 3 days. And I'm now on a ward. And I'm recovering slowly. I'm in oxygen because my lungs collapsed. I need it for support. And I have 3 drain bags. I did have 4, I've got 3 now. I'll show you those 2. I've got one there, which is my abdomen drain bag. And then I've got one here, which is my breast. And then I've got one this side, which is my other breast. And it's a bit messy down there, so we won't show you down there. But what we will show you is, ta-da! Look how bloody flat that stomach is. Can you see that? Just put that like that. Not a blooming bump inside. I'm so impressed with